In this demo, we're going to create a KDB Plus form in Pulse. First, we should connect our KDB data source. I click Connect Data, select KDB, enter the host port username, and click Add. I can now go to the SQL editor, select the KDB data source, take the example code for populating the historic tables, click Run All, and I should see a trade table appear. I now have a trade table with historic data that I can use to create a dashboard. So I go to Dashboards, click Add Dashboard. At the top, I now click Table to add a table component. Check my data source. I'm going to set it to only on interaction because this is historical data that doesn't change. And I specify the query and click Save. The table will be updated. I now want to add a form. So at the top I add a form component. And the first component to that form I want is a drop down to allow you to choose the symbol. Let's modify the table so that I can see the left hand side easier. Okay, so I want to add a drop down component and I want it to be dynamic SQL, and I'm going to select the distinct symbols from the existing table, and I can increase the timer because this won't change often. And now if I look, it has the sim column from the original table, and I can select an entry. The key here is key 1, and this name is how we tie it back to the query within the table. If I go back to the original query, I can now add a where clause to say where sim equals, if I click dollar because it's passed as a string, I say key 1 within double curly brackets, and I save the query. Now, as I select a different sim, the table gets updated. I want to go ahead and add additional form filters. So I want to add a checkbox, again dynamic, and it'll let me specify the order type. Next, I want to add a numeric slider. Between 0 and 100 is fine. And finally, I want to add a submit button. I will name the slider PRC, and submit is titled submit_4. I can then take these variables, which are not yet tied to the table, and use them within the query so that it only gets updated when a submit occurs. So I replace my query. So sim equals key 1, order type equals key 2, percent is greater than the perk PRC, and by using submit 4, the query only gets updated when a submit occurs. So let's see that happen. So it says it's awaiting a submit. Let's turn off edit mode, and notice as I change, nothing is now getting updated. But if I click submit, it is updated. And that's how you would create a form to filter a KDB table result dynamically. Hopefully you find this useful and you can create your own. Thanks for watching, and good luck.